Okay, what a beautiful day. I think it's a good day to go driving. Come here. So, I've been kind of ranting about this on and off the past week or so, but it has to do with accountability because recently, I don't know, it's kind of one of my pet peeves where there are many things that like my friends or coworkers want, right? And then or something bad happens or they complain about a certain thing and it could have been 100% avoidable or prevented, right? If they just took accountability. I think nowadays a lot of people lack accountability for anything, a lot of things, right? One thing being the gym and their health. Many people lack the accountability to just tell themselves, maybe I look this way because I can't put down that fucking cheeseburger or those french fries, right? Maybe it's not because of their metabolism or, they have no time to eat healthy. It's not that hard to eat healthy, and it's not that expensive to eat healthy either. Like, you can't just tell people the reason you're fat is because you don't have enough money or you don't have enough time because you're working. You're telling me every single person out there who's working should be fat then? Like, one and one, they don't go together, all right? So, learning to hold yourself accountable for your actions is, I feel like, a skill or people are lacking nowadays, right? And when doing this, it just leads to more and more of this negative thinking, this negative cycle of blaming that third party or blaming something else rather than holding themselves accountable. Holy shit. It's a fucking Ferrari. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep ranting about it. I had this coworker. She's very strong on her opinions, whether it's political or how things should work or anything. They're big talkers, but they don't do anything to back it up. Right. I think one thing is, if you graduated college and you have a job, it's common sense to show up to your job on time, right? If you know you live far away and there's a lot of traffic, leave earlier, right? You shouldn't be coming in 10, 15, 20 to an hour later and blame traffic. If you're new, understandable, but if you've been working at this place for over a year, this guy driving in, and it sucks that we have to say this, right, in 2025, but as an adult, you should not have to have your coworkers, whether they're younger, same age, tell you to come in on time. You're not in high school or middle school anymore, right? We don't have to tell you to go to class. You should know that you should go to class. You're paying for it, right? But in this case, they're paying you to come to work. All right. Second, I had a conversation with them about eating healthy and how being healthy would change so much in America today, right? It would fix so many people's emotional instability. Let's just say that, right? Lack of focus, depression. I would say going to the gym would help them a lot. Going outside, getting some sun, that would help. Talking to people, having social interactions, that would help. But they told me in response to, I would say, a very basic assumption or statement that physical activity, vitamin D, will help with your mood. And they told me, well, it's a privilege that only rich people get to go outside and be healthy. I said, the fuck? You just tell me that it's a rich person thing to be able to go outside, go for a walk, go play at the park. They said, yeah, what if a parent or nobody can take them to the park? Okay, sure. Let's say you don't have an adult to take yourself or take them to the park or outside or anything within that realm of physical activity. Okay, understandable. But what if they had a babysitter? Oh, what if they can't afford a babysitter? Okay, makes sense. If you can't afford a babysitter, you have to probably stay at home. Now, this person's on their phone. Sorry, I lost track. So many stupid drivers here. My brain can't comprehend what's going on. Right? They gave all these excuses of why people can't go outside. And oh, I remember why I brought up this topic. I brought up this topic because I saw an article about the food that is served in a Japanese elementary school was all cooked day of, fresh food, which for their study showed a decrease in depression and obesity, right? At just elementary school age. And I was like, wow, yeah, people here, they're so fat and depressed and they hate life. And I feel like it's the lack of movement that we get throughout the days, right? We're sitting inside with screens everywhere. Oh, they told me that. So then I said, okay. So if you don't have money, you can't have physical activity, you can't go outside, blah, blah, blah. I guess everybody is going to be fat, stay inside, and nobody has money. Second, I said, okay, what about eating healthy? They said, well, eating healthy costs money, costs a lot of money. I said, we all went to college, the people that work there. We all didn't have money, right? So we're not eating all gourmet food every single time we're eating a meal. And as somebody who is in lifting, I eat the same thing quite often. Ground turkey, chicken, rice, frozen veggies, right? Those are not expensive dishes. You can get packs of ground turkey for like about $7, right? $7 to $12. $12 pushing it. And for multiple packs you get for under 20. Rice, just buy a 3-pound bag of rice. Pretty cheap. Frozen veggies. That's a staple for many people when they can't afford fresh veggies. Still good. Now all these options they still somehow say it's not for people who are poor. And I said, is it because they're poor or they lack? I'm really just trying to say here that it's not that hard to hold yourself accountable for eating healthy, right? If you prepare a meal prior, when you're hungry, you can always get that meal rather than going to get a fast food. Right? Is it that they don't have money where they can't afford, or they don't know how to cook and they're lazy, right? Are those the two reasonings? Because the thing about these coworkers is, I don't mind that you're unhealthy, you're out of shape, right? But it's the excuses that every time somebody's coming out with a better solution or just a simple comment, there's an excuse for everything, you know? Why is there an excuse to better yourself? All right? Why are you giving all these excuses for why you can't do something? As simple as cooking. And ground turkey is so fucking easy to cook. You put it on the pan, you put a little bit of oil, salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you want, condiments you want. Cook 3 cups of rice. Once the turkey's done, add your veggies, mix, eat. Make some gains, right? Lose some weight. No, too hard. Oh, doesn't taste good, doesn't look good. Yeah, but you getting the venti fucking cappuccino, frappuccino from Starbucks every single day with a croissant and a pastry, another pastry on the side, with your midday sandwich and then some froyo. That's cheap. If we went price for price with a home cooked meal versus buying food. Holy shit. Tesla drivers, oh, fuck. Don't know if they know how to drive. Well, I gotta go to the gym. Holy shit, Tesla drivers. I will say, the one group of people we shouldn't give any excuses for, Tesla drivers. You have cameras in every angle of the car. You don't know how to drive or park. Just gotta make sure. All right. Well, that's it.